Hey, everybody, Mac here. And I'm excited to announce that I'm going to start a new podcast, and it's going to be called the From Trauma to Joy podcast. Question, what's it about? It's about walking this path from trauma to joy. It's about living a great life after you go through something traumatic. How do you do that? Well, I've been having these conversations since 2016. I've seen incredible miracles. And I want to share those conversations with you. Most of the time they take place in small groups or with individuals. And I want to drag them out of the shadows and into the city square. And what I want you to know is this path is real. You can walk it. So before you take a drug, before you sign up for years of therapy, I want you to look inside of you. There's a path from trauma to joy in you. And these discussions will help. Who am I? Michael Francis McNamara, born in Sacramento, California. I have 3 sisters, no brothers, graduated from University of San Diego, served in the military, got into broadcasting, which took me to podcasting, which took me to public speaking about this subject, which took me to writing 2 books about this subject. And so I want to share that with you. My traumatic background. I grew up in this beautiful little family when I was little, starting at the age of about 15, 16. The wheels began to come off my parents' marriage. And for the next 30 to 40 years, my family has been a train wreck. One of my sisters, her 2 children were murdered by her husband, who then committed suicide. Another one of my sisters froze to death. So when I started doing this, I was trying to help me. And so when I talk about the podcast and the things I've learned and sharing them, I get asked, is this a faith-based thing? And my answer is no. It's for anybody. But if you're a person of faith, or if you're a spiritual person, you're going to see elements of your spirituality or your faith in it. If you're none of that, all you're going to hear is true things that you can bank on to change your life and live a great life. Okay, that's how it's built. Next, I want to introduce you to 2 people that are going to join me, Lynch and Wade Cates. So you're going to see another couple videos along with this, and I want you to watch them because they're going to help me in these conversations. I've known these guys for years, and they've been through their own stuff. And so I want you to hear them. I want you to meet them and learn about them. And finally, episode 1 is going to drop on Thursday, May 21st. So I want you to look for that. But watch this, share it. Watch the little video I make with Tim and the one I make with Wade. So get ready for episode 1, May 21st. And get ready to get your life changed, because that's what this stuff does. See ya. Hey, everybody. I told you I'd introduce you to my colleagues. This is one of them. This is Tim Lynch. Tim, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mac. Thanks for asking.
All right. Obviously, thanks for doing this. Let's talk about you. Who are you?
Well, I grew up in a military family. My dad was an officer in the military, but we spent most of our time on the East Coast between Annapolis and Northern Virginia. I too was in the military until about 2000, and then I got out and got into international contracting. Started out in Iraq, ended up in Afghanistan for 8 years, first as a security guy, and then as a reconstruction specialist who actually completed every project on time and on budget, which was unheard of in USAID, but I did it.
Well, certainly congratulations about that.
Thanks.
This podcast talks about trauma. What's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened in your life?
Well, you know what? I saw a lot of bad stuff. I mean, both in the military and as a contractor. But the worst thing that happened to me was when I got back from Afghanistan, went through a very nasty, acrimonious divorce, and ended up penniless and homeless on the Oregon coast. And I had to stay where I was for 10 months in order to complete a no asset bankruptcy. And I was living out of my truck. And although I was smart enough, because I'm a smart dude, smart enough not to drink alcohol during that time, I thought I could get away with being a dope smoker because Joe Rogan said that wasn't going to make you addicted. And that turned out to be wrong.
Homelessness. You're not the picture of homelessness. Just so, and I'm sure everybody has the same thought. Do you believe a person can go from trauma to joy? Is that a learnable skill? Is that a path anybody can walk?
It's absolutely a learnable skill. Absolutely anybody can do it. All you've got to do is be taught this skill, which you're not going to get in school. You're not going to get in the military. It's very difficult to find anybody can show you the steps anywhere you look. But once you do find that, it's absolutely doable
How do you know?
because I've done it and I've seen other people do it. And it is not easy to climb out of that damn valley, but once you do, you're going to be very happy and very thankful that somebody showed you the way.
That is Tim Lynch. Tim, thanks for doing this.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right. And I obviously I'll speak for Tim. I can't tell you how excited we are to share this wisdom that other people have imparted to us, that we've been doing this for a while now. And so to allow you to be a part of this is very exciting. So don't miss our first podcast that'll drop a week from tomorrow. Hey everybody, Mac here. And I told you I'd introduce you to the other member of our panel, and that is Wade Cates. So, Wade, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. In order so that we can make a determination on whether we can believe anything you say, we have to get to know you. So, who are you?
Born and raised in West Tennessee. Been a truck driver for about the last 15 years. Married 27 years, and my daughter just finished her freshman year at Mississippi State University.
The theme of the podcast, obviously, is this journey from trauma to joy and walking this path. What's the most traumatic thing you've ever been through in your life?
By far, it was the suicide of my 20-year-old son. He was home alone one night, shot himself with a shotgun, laid in the floor of his bedroom, and he was found by his sister, my daughter, the next morning.
Anything else even close to that?
No.
Do you believe that a person, after going through that, do you believe that a person can go from trauma to joy? Do you believe that's a learnable skill?
Yes, absolutely. And I also believe it's a necessary skill because the likelihood of experiencing another form of trauma somewhere in life is very high, just the way life is. But not only that, it's not a one and done situation. You experience trauma and you learn to deal with it. It's not like that goes away. You live with trauma for the rest of your life. So the skills that you learn through this are life skills for the rest of your life. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I love the way you put that. You know, it's an essential life skill because trauma is going to get all of us. Um, what do you hope people take away from these discussions that we've been having for years?
But the normality of what happens to a person after trauma. People feel isolated after trauma because they obviously something has changed with them. Trauma changes you, but they feel isolated because they think they're the only ones or no one else can understand them. But these discussions bring to the forefront that no matter what your trauma comes from, what the path into the valley of shadow death was, once you're there, the symptoms are all the same. Combat trauma, rape, accident, suicide survival, they're all the same that send you to the same place. And these principles teach you how to get out of the valley of shadow of death.
All right, and we're going to share those with you because we've been talking about this for a long time, and we want to take it from these private discussions that people tend to have into the town square. So, Wade, thank you very much for doing this.
My privilege.
All right, and so again, look for it, from trauma to joy.